Armie, we're here at the gorge, baby, and I gotta tell you,
is king in the gorge,
right? It is. Like I was talking to one of the riders, who's like, I'm all about downwinding now. So what is going on with this downwinding board?
Downwinding has just become such a great part of the sport. I mean, I love downwinding. We actually started developing foils. I wanted to try and beat the SUP kids back in the day. So I got on a foil. I got too old. I got on a foil. That was great. The downwind boards, we've made them long and narrow, but still with a little bit of width front and back, so that you can stand on them. There's, you know, if you're too narrow, it's too hard to stand on for most people. Where they cross over, for a lot of people as well, as light wind.
Oh, okay.
On the lighter days, these things are just so much fun to wing. Just pop off the water and 5-6 knots and just go cruising without having a massive wind.
And it's not like the swing weight doesn't feel like.
No, we've got our forward geometry tracks. The tracks are a long way forward still. We've gone forward geometry with these. Significantly far forward, and you've seen that across the board. Actually, this is one of the most exciting times because we've been running forward geometry foil system with the tracks further forward on the board to reduce the board swing weight for a long time.
Right.
And now everyone making downwind boards is doing it because, hey, guess what? If you want to reduce the swing weight on the board, what do? You put the boxes further forward on the board. It's kind of simple.
Yeah.
But we've been doing it for a long time. It's FG. No, it feels great because you don't have too much inertia up there. You move this, you know, your mast, 2 or 3 inches further forward, way less swing weight on the board. Way less.
Okay. And then this typical of Armstrong boards is the carbon tracks.
Yeah, the carbon tracks locked into our dual carbon stringer system, so super bomb proof, and that connection just translates, especially downwinding. When you're pushing to get on foil or you're pumping to project, there's no wasted energy with the board flexing. It just drives you forward.
Gotcha. So even in downwinding, just like it is in wake and prone, having flex on the board is a point of losing power.
Yeah.
And so you have this nice and stiff, and it's good to go.
100% critical. So the carbon box is connected with fiber and PVC. So it's a PVC sandwich on its edge, carbon either side, running all the way to the deck.
Okay, so if you're downwind intrigued, interested, but you haven't done it before, you may be a little intimidated, like, am I going to be able to paddle to be able to get up? Which one of these boards do you start with?
Biggest board you can. So if you're, unless you're a really good paddler, you're straight away on the 8.3 135 liter board. I mean, go too small if you're paddling. If you're primarily just going to wing it, you can drop down a size and just go, around about your weight and volume. But if you're going to paddle it, go big. Most people, unless you're a top SUP paddler, go for a bigger size.
Okay, so go bigger. And then when we think about what the best Armstrong foil is to couple with this when you're starting, which one of those foils would you go with?
Well, when you're starting, APF 1675, because the pump foil, super fun. You can flat water paddle this thing up, and that's really good training too. Just get a pop on the APF 1675 and in moderate downwind conditions. Hey, if it's nuking downwind, then sure, take an MA foil out or the HA foils. But the APF 1675 Armstrong pump foil, that thing's a game changer for people starting for downwind because the takeoff speed is so low that you just need a small bump and a small push and you get yourself over it. Now with that foil, because that foil is so massive, you will run that a bit further back in the tracks until you're really good. Because what can happen is if it's too far forward, the foil will stall you out and then you'll stop. And that's a big issue with downwinding generally. You've got to get a little bit of flow over the foil. That means get some pop and then get over the top of it and actually drive the foil back down.
Yeah.
Like that's what a lot of people don't get with popping a foil at low speed. You want to get the pop, but then you've got to drive it down to get the flow and connect and stop the foil stalling. If you kind of pop, you keep the foil at a steep angle like this, it just sucks air around the top and you stall.
Yeah.
You've got to pop it and then dive it.
One of the things I liked what you said about that too is the training, because it's not like every day everybody's in the gorge. We a lot of our customers spend time across all the US. All they want to do is have something to do when they're not actually in a downwind environment. So get the board, get a pump foil, and then practice your paddling. So when you show up in Hawaiian Islands, you show up down in New Zealand, you show up here in the gorge, you're ready to go.
That's it. I mean, the flat water paddler is so much fun. If you want to get some exercise, if you're into it, it's a great thing to do. We're loving doing that with the APF 1675, popping this up and going.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Armie. I can't wait to get on one of these things and start doing some downwinding myself. It looks unbelievable.
Beautiful day here at the Gorge Lightwind. Let's send you out there right now.
Cash, way to go on the camera. You did a really nice job. Take it easy.